In this video, I will give a brief introduction to the transition map. It is a step-by-step approach with 7 phases to guide your city or town on the journey towards a green and just transition. This transition approach is currently used by 100 cities which are a part of the EU's climate neutrality and smart cities mission, currently working towards reaching their 2030 net zero targets. We hope that this map will also help your city or town to align economic growth towards long-term climate action. Now let's dive deep into the 7 steps of this transition map. Step 1 is to activate an inclusive ecosystem. It means identifying all essential stakeholders across relevant sectors and reflect the diversity of the population, including age and gender. The ecosystem should also include non-traditional voices which are not a part of the planning process. This step helps co-creating a shared vision of what the transition means for a city or town. It also helps mobilize wider support, advocacy, and leadership to work collectively towards achieving this transition. Step 2 is building a strong mandate. It means a city or town should create a transition team within the local authority with strong relationships across all key administrative departments. A transition team should also include all necessary local stakeholders from the public and private sectors, civil society, academia, and research organizations. Inclusion of all relevant voices makes it possible to connect operations, resources, and capacities to implement a just transition. Step 3 is understanding the system. This step involves working with the ecosystem to bring together all relevant information and data to map the system and existing projects. This helps create a shared understanding of what the scale and scope of your transition is and how various actions and investments can interact as a part of the portfolio. Such a comprehensive analysis should also take into account the current policies, goals at the local, regional, and national levels, as well as the gaps and missing connections between various sectors and departments. Step 4 is co-creating a portfolio. This step connects isolated actions, departmental silos, and uncoordinated roadmaps as a unified portfolio. It strengthens the collaborations or synergies between all of these unconnected elements. A portfolio should also estimate the real-world impacts and co-benefits of economic growth for all citizens. This can include positive side effects in areas such as improving public health or improving air pollution situations, social inclusion, better waste management, increase in green jobs, etc. A portfolio should also consider all drivers of change that can help address the barriers and gaps. These drivers can include technology, governance, policy, regulation, finance, citizen engagement, and social innovation. A portfolio logic also acts as a de-risking instrument for all the future investments of your city or town. It helps identify what does a municipality need to learn about and test today to be more competitive and thriving in the future. Step 5 is taking action for transformative change. Effective action requires innovative governance. For this, capacity building might be necessary to adapt a city or town's resources, expertise, and administrative structures to implement the solutions in the portfolio. Implementing the portfolio also needs a wide range of stakeholders to contribute to the transition. It may include local utilities, businesses, NGOs, households, community groups, etc. The transition team should be sufficiently empowered to coordinate across all these various organizations and groups. Step 6 is to learn and reflect to dynamically manage the portfolio. This step helps develop an organizational culture in which risks, challenges, and progress in a continuously changing context could be signaled early and acted upon in a flexible manner. Peer-to-peer learning is critical to achieve this. It not only transfers knowledge about which solutions are working and why, but it also helps build mutual trust. Creating such a safe environment is important to openly discuss barriers and failures and come up with ways to address them. Such a reflexive approach of testing, learning, iterating, and adapting helps build confidence in achieving the expected impacts. It also ensures insights are captured in real time to better inform decision making and strategies. Step 7 is making it the new normal. A robust monitoring and evaluation and learning practice helps report and widely communicate the progress made. This helps establish the implemented solutions within your organizational structures, teams, and processes. This step also helps mainstream what a good transition looks like. These actions can embed new and better procedures that speed up inclusive decision making and effective collaboration. This last step also formalizes new rules and new standards that helps the most efficient practices being widely adopted by local authorities and local institutions. Lastly, a city or town can also use their existing relationships with other local authorities, regional and national networks to help formalize these new practices towards achieving a just and green transition.